For me, it's very important to combine new creative approach to digital technology with problematization of social political situation in general. My name is Anton Lapov. I'm independent curator and artist from Ukraine. During my residency, I was trying to develop forward my methodological approach to different aspects of my practice. As a former museum worker, I'm still interested in different types of exhibitional practice which is presented here in London in context of such big museums as, for example, Victoria and Albert Museum or British Museum. I'm very interested and curious about different new approach for methods of archivation and preservation of cultural heritage. As independent curator, I'm always interested in non-conventional way of presentation of artworks and also production. Being dissatisfied with more conventional form of art production, I'm trying to create different type of participatory and in general communicative situation. For instance, I could mention one of my last project, which is titled Donbass Museum of Contemporary History, which I started a couple of years ago with some of my friends and former colleagues from Historical Museum from Luhansk. In context of this project, we tried not to recreate a conventional museological institution, but it's more connected to the practice of conversation and discussion of preliminary step of creating some kind of alternative historical narratives, basically. Me personally, as one of the curators of this project, positions this practice as a self-sufficient aesthetical form of communication between people. During my staying here in Delphin, I'm trying to constantly ask these questions: how avoid instrumentalization logic of art system, and how to keep this situation always fresh. As artist, I started my practice from new media art sphere. Coming from historian backgrounds, I'm very interested in history of technology, and for me, so-called media archaeological approach is very important. That's why, at some point, I'm very fascinated with some kind of obsolete medium, such as radio, for example. For instance, one of my last projects I curated in Ukraine was dedicated to reconsideration of industrial heritage. I was using a network of radio transmitter which was distributed across the city. And it was the last autumn, and I found this experience very fascinating. Here in London, I'm trying to develop further this, and I found it's one of the best suited place for doing so, because you could really consider city as open archive. I think that different type of obsolete media could be interesting point of starting conversation about alternative way of further technological development and even maybe social, cultural coexistence of people. For instance, my passions with radio could be not only considered in framework of artistic production, but we could see also some kind of new possibility of general communication between people. Residency in Delfina was a great time to think about new approach and to develop new artistic methodology, and nice opportunity to meet new people, to share knowledge and experience.